hardpack, crud, slush, powder. Those are all words that ski bums use to describe the snow conditions on their favorite mountain. Avid skiers and snowboarders are familiar with that kind of icy sheen that our mountains out here get, but if you were to travel out west, pure powder. So why the difference between east snow versus west snow? Grab your skis and snowboards, we're hitting the slopes in this week's Heather's Weather Wise. According to the National Ski Areas Association, there's over 500 registered ski resorts between Alaska and Alabama. Now, places like Colorado and California may have those postcard-type resorts like Tahoe and Aspen. But do you know what state actually boasts the most registered ski resorts in the entire country? Yep, it's New York State, and we've got 50 of them. We've got a couple here in our backyard, and for good reason. Kissing Bridge, Hollymont, and Holiday Valley are right in western New York's snowy sweet spot. Those areas average well over 100 inches of natural snow every season. But places like Aspen and Crested Butte in Colorado average close to 200 inches per season. Tahoe out in California, well over 300 inches per year. But it's not the amount of natural snow that makes a difference. The snow that falls in the West has a completely different character to the snow we're used to here. It probably won't surprise you that geography has a lot to do with the snow differences between the West and the East. You see, out west, pretty convenient moisture source. We call it the Pacific Ocean. All of that moisture moves inland, so any coastal range like the Cascades in Washington is in a prime position for some serious snowfall just about during the entire cold season. Think lake effect, but on steroids. As you move farther to the east, the air dries out just a little bit, but there's still plenty of moisture to produce some pretty good snowstorms, especially early in the fall and then later on in the spring when you get those really big temperature differences. By the time all of this moisture gets to the eastern U.S., it's really dried up quite a bit. So much so that some storms completely fizzle out. Any that remain tend to bring some pretty light snow. But on occasion, the Atlantic can get involved, and that can help to reinvigorate things. Longer gaps between storms allow for melting and refreezing, especially on cold, sunny days. That's where the mountains of the east get their classic packed powder and icy texture. Elevation plays a pretty big role too. Out in the eastern U.S., ski hills tend to range anywhere from 1,000 to 4,000 feet, with the highest peaks being up around 5,000 feet. Believe it or not, that's in the southeastern U.S. But you head out west, your mountain peaks are going to be a lot higher. In fact, 7,000 to 10,000 feet. Breckenridge, that's the tallest resort in the U.S. at over 12,000 feet. That's 2.5 miles up above sea level. Up at elevations like that, the air is a lot drier and often much colder. That promotes what we call dendrite snowflakes, aka perfect powder makers. Ice particles called columns and needles form at slightly higher temperatures, so they're more common in the east at lower elevations. Those kinds of ice particles pack together a little bit more. So whether you ski the east or think west is best, resort managers have to be thrilled with the national jumpstart in natural snow so far this season. Hope to see you out on the slopes. Until next week, remember, it's good to be a geek.